Narayana. Yes, dear friends, our evening efforts of trying to tune to the Lord through our study of Vyasa Bhagawatam Maha Puranam, Adhyatma Ramayanam as well as Sri Lalita Trishati Parayanam. At least during the class time, we can try our best in tuning to the Lord with utmost bhakti and shraddha. Lord is there, very much there, as Parabrahma Paramatma. Lord is there as Ishvara, Sarvavyapaka as Srishti Sthiti Karaka. Lord comes and takes care of devotees, particularly as well as generally as Avatara. And there are paths or marga by which Lord can be invoked, Lord can be seen, and one can even merge with that Lord, the Paramatma. So, to give us all these clarities alone are all these Shastras and our Adhyanams of these Shastras. One more thing is what? In this way, tuning to the Lord, to be blessed by the Lord. Tuning to the Lord, to have darshan of the Lord, and tuning to the Lord, to merge in Him. Alone is the human perfection, endeavor and goal. Nothing other than it. Even in this regard also, we have to become convinced. So for this purpose are all the Shastras and our studies also. So may we be that way blessed by the Divine for achieving these things very soon, so that our Antakarna is always in seeking of the truth only and not anything else. If the search of anything else is done, not only it takes us into the dark ignorance places, en route because of the Nastikata, we live a licentious life. Then the rules of the world work, wherein when the good is done, good is given, the bad is done, the bad is given. That rule of the world which the Lord made, that works on us. All these details to our fortune. In the morning, our Taittiriya Upanishad, Bhashya, Bhagavan Adi Shankara has very clearly told us while giving Bhashya to Asanneva Bhavati Asad Brahmeti Veda Chet Asti Brahmeti Chet Veda Santamenam Tato Viduriti. These understood to be the most important aspects for the human intellect's understanding and conviction. We saw those who have attended it, they have seen the taste of those mantras and the bhashya. The saramsha of that is one, let our mind intellect be introverted. Let our mind intellect be calm and quiet. Let it be full of concentration. Let it gain the sukshmata to see that which is not obvious through the senses, but obviously which is the support and substratum. May our drishti become sukshma from the stula and remain always in the sukshma drishti of seeing the subtle, seeing the cause, seeing the substratum. On the substratum, the superimposed will go on playing the play. So get entertained in that, not to that an extent that we get overpowered by it or carried away by it, without leaving our hold on to the truth. If we want or need, we play in the outer world, like the great Mahatmas like Puja Gurudev and all, holding on to the inner truth. Outside they played. So Mahatmas, they don't even come outside to play. They are just always in their inner truth only. So let us see, understand all this and do the best for our own evolution. Let us see it. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Sachidananda Rupaya, विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतमोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादि ऋषिभ्यो त्र्यादि ऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत समस्त साधकानां धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमस्कन्धस्य द्वादशस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ दशमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम्। Friends, let us chant from verse 19 onwards or 18 onwards for this up to 36 one. Have a good practice of chanting Bhagavata, going to help us a lot, please believe me. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Dashamaskandha Purvardha. Shri Shuka Uvacha Yuvam Pradhana Purushau Jagadhetu Jaganmayau भवद्भ्यां न विना किंचित् परमस्ति न चापरम् आत्मसृष्टमिदं विश्वम् अन्वाविश्य स्वशक्तिभिः ईयते बहुधा ब्रह्मन् श्रुतप्रत्यक्षगोचरम् यथा हि भूतेषु चराचरेषु मह्यादयो योनिषु भान्ति नाना एवं भवान् केवल आत्मयोनिषु आत्मात्मतन्त्रो बहुधा विभाति सृजस्यथो लुम्पसि पासि विश्वं रजस्तमसत्त्वगुणैः स्वशक्तिभिः न बध्यसे तद्गुणकर्मभिर्वा ज्ञानात्मनस्ते क्वच बन्धहेतुः देहाद्युपाधेरनिरूपितत्वात् भवो न साक्षात् न भिदात्मनः स्यात् अतो न बन्धस्तव नैव मोक्षः स्याताम्निकामस्त्वयि नो विवेकः त्वयोदितोऽयं जगतो हिताय यदा यदा वेदपथः पुराणः बाध्येत पाषण्डपथैरसद्भिः तदा भवान् सत्त्वगुणं बिभर्ति सत्त्वं प्रबोध्य वसुदेव गृहेऽवतीर्णः स्वांशेन भारमपनेतुमिहासि भूमेः अक्षौहिणी शतवधेन च सुरेतरांश राज्ञाम् अमुष्य च कुलस्य यशो वितन्वन् अद्येष नो वसतयः खलु भूरिभागाः यः सर्वदेव पितृभूत नृदेवमूर्तिः यत्पादशौचसलिलं त्रिजगत्पुनाति सत्त्वं जगद्गुरुरधोक्षजयाः प्रविष्टः कः पण्डितस्त्वदपरं शरणं समीयात् भक्तप्रियादृतगिरः सुहृदः कृतज्ञात् सर्वान् ददाति सुहृदो भजतोऽभिकामान् आत्मानमप्युपचयापचयौ न यस्या धिष्ट्या जनार्दन भवानिहनः प्रतीतः योगेश्वरैरपि दुरापगतिः सुरेशैः छिन्द्याशु नः सुतकळत्र धनाप्तगेह देहादिमोहरशनाम भवदीयमायाम। श्रीशुक उवाच इति अर्चितः संस्तुतश्च भक्तेन भगवान् हरिः अक्रूरं सस्मितं प्राह गीर्भिः सम्मोहयन् इव। श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वं नो गुरुः पितृव्यश्च श्लाघ्यो बन्धुश्च नित्यदा वयं तु रक्ष्याः पोष्याश्च अनुकम्प्याः प्रजाहिवः भवद्विधा महाभागा निषेव्या अर्हसत्तमाः श्रेयस्कामैरनृभिर्नित्यं देवाः स्वार्थान् साधवः न ह्यं मयानि तीर्थानि न देवामृतशिलामयाः ते पुनन्त्युरुकालेन दर्शनात् एव साधवः न स भवान् सुहृदां वैनः श्रेयान् श्रेयचिकीर्षया जिज्ञासार्थं पाण्डवानां गच्छस्व त्वं गजाह्वयम् पितुर्युपरिते पालाः सहमात्रासु दुःखिताः आनीताः स्वपुरं राज्ञा वसन्त इति शुश्रुम तेषु राजाम्बिका पुत्रो भ्रातृपुत्रेषु दीनधीः समो न वर्तते नूनं दुष्पुत्रवशगोन्धदृक गच्छ जानीहि तद्वृत्तम् अधुना साध्वसाधु वा विज्ञाय तत् विधास्यामः यथा शं सुहृदां भवेत् इति अक्रूरं समादिश्य भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः सङ्कर्षणोद्धवाभ्यां वै ततः स्वभवनं ययौ। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे पूर्वार्धे अक्रूरकृतस्तुति प्रार्थना नाम 48 ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। What a beautiful things we are seeing here, dear friends. Bhagavan Krishna, Balarama, Uddhava reached to Sri Akrura Ji's Graha. Akrura Ji has done worship to them and made them sit, and while talking he about the Bhagavan and his glory, etc., etc. Oh, Narayana. So we have seen few mantras here which are describing Tattva. If you see that by Swamantra about Krishna, about Tattva, about Paramatma, Akruraji Sapadhehe Anurupi Tattvat. All the Dehadi Upadhis are not Nirupita to be existing, because through the Anvaya Vyatireka Padhati, when we reach to the substratum of it, substratum alone is there, these Upadhis are there, not there. Therefore, from that standpoint at all. But then in our Vyavahara, we are perceiving them. Therefore, it is there or it is not there. Both it cannot be spoken. Such a thing is called as Mithya. So, Deha Dehe, Upadehe, Anirupi Tattvat. Second one is Bhavona. There is no samsara for the Lord, because for only a limited person to become infinite, there is desire, there is something to do. So to na bheda atmanah syat. In Parama Atma Tattva, there is no bheda, duality. There is nothing other than him. So there is nothing other than him. There is no bhava, the samsara in him of doing something, getting something, becoming something. Nor he has got the identity with the upadhi. So upadhi rahitya, samsara rahitya, bhinnata rahitya. Because of these three reasons, there is no bandha for Bhagavan. So we, you and I as Jiva are bound because of these three reasons. We are limited, conditioned by Dehadi Upadhi. Because of that, there is Bhava Bandha to us that we want to gain this or that through the Upadhi. Third one, for that we see the world to be other than us. So the Dvaitata and then the Parichinnata as well as Upadhi Tadapyata. These are the three reasons for samsara, for you and I, Jiva. Bhagavan has not any of these three. Devato na bandha. When there is no bandha, how can there be a moksha? Therefore, naiva moksha syat. And yet, we talk about Bhagavan's coming, going, avatara, and in our own imagination, Bhagavan has, himself also conditioned, limited, all that we talk because of our aviveka. What is our aviveka? What we think about ourselves, what the limited thinking we have. According to that only, we analyze and assume or assess or estimate anybody other than us, including Bhagavan. This is a very typical, very trickish thing. Every person, like the examples given are, when a flower is seen on it, beautiful rose plant, flower remaining the flower, 10 people see it in the 10 ways, depending on what they are. A lover sees it, he remembers his beloved. A pujari sees it, he just wanted to offer to the Lord. A chemist sees, he wants to use it for its chemical purposes. Physicist sees it, he wants to see the physical properties of that. A poet sees it, then he remembers a poetry. Is it not? Each one seeing the same object projects or interprets the object according to them, their own state of antakarana. In the same way, we identifying with upadhis think the Bhagavan also is like that. So that is what Bhagavan said in Gita also. Avajananti mam mudhaha manushim tanumashritam. People are done my avagnya in so many ways by taking me to be human only, even though I am divine, took the human form by my freedom choice, only to help them. Avajananti mam mudhaha manushim tanumashritam. Parambhavam ajananta mama. They don't know my supreme form, supreme reality. Bhuta Maheshwaram, I am the Lord of the whole universe. Avajanant means avagnya karna, means insult karna. So this is how we take. It is talked about, AKRURA is talking about Lord at the time of avatar. हमारे लिए तो अभी कृष्ण अवतार तो खत्म हो चुका है. But he is seeing the Lord, and the contemporary world, people will be thinking about Krishna. He bechara, born in the jail, bechara, gone away from parents in the childhood only, bechara. So many Rakshasas came to kill him, bechara. So this becharapan of the Lord is imagined by people because of their own ignorance. That is what he is meaning. In the meaning of the purpose of saying by AKRURA in this way. So this we have seen. So Bhagavan के लिए ना कोई बंध है, ना कोई मोक्ष है, क्योंकि he is not, there is nothing other than him is Dvaita, nor there is anything for him to get because he is not limited. He is not limited because he has not got any identification with the upadhis. So nirupadhika, therefore not limited, therefore there is nothing other than him to gain for his completeness. He is already complete. He is one without second. He is beyond any of the limitations and their requirements. Therefore, he is not bound. Thus, there is no liberation for him. Same is with us. When we also detach from all the upadhis, come out of all the desha kala, the limitation, and dissolve on the seat of meditation the dvaita of knower and known. By discovering the substratum of that, we also rise above the bandhanam. We will be also in the moksha sthiti. In the same way, yesterday we saw the avatar Bhagavan takes for what? Tvaya uditaha ayam veda patha puranaha. This Veda marga of varnashrama vyavastha, Veda marga of the yajna and upasana, Veda marga of the tattva vicharana. Through the varnashrama vyavastha, new problems are not added. Yajna and upasana, required and desired things are obtained. Then tattva jijnasa, tattvam is known and realized. These three are given in the Vedas. Following this called as Veda Patha. Purana means it is there eternally right from the beginning. Bhagavan only at the time of creating the world, he gave this Veda Marga. So Tvaya Uditaha Purana Veda Patha. By you is set This is the oldest, beautiful path of Vedas. Then Yada, and why did he give it a Jagataha Hitaya? For the benefit of Jagat. What is the benefit? Just now we said just now, the Jagatahita is when the Veda Marga is followed of Varnashrama Dharma, we are not creating new nonsense. When the Veda Marga is followed of Upasana and Yajna, our desires, requirements are fulfilled. Veda Marga of Adhyatmikata is pursued, we discover the self and get liberated. These three are the hita we get when we follow the Veda. For that purpose, he gave this Veda Marga. This Veda Marga, yada badhyeta, whenever it is disturbed, troubled, destroyed, discarded, disobeyed. By whom? Pakhanda pathaihi. The people who are Pakhandi. Pakhandi means Nastika. Nastika means they don't want to believe the Vedas, so they just want to do as they want, as their mind says. And 2-3 group of people join for no reason and keep only one goal of not following the Veda Dharma and wanting to create their own. That's all ego. They only destroy themselves, they misguide the people around also. So because of those Pakhanda Margins, whenever this Veda Marga is disturbed, then at that time, tada, you, that time, Bhavan, Sattva Gunam Vibharti means you are beyond 3 gunas, but you take up Sattva Guna, in that Sattva Gunatha, you come as an avatar, then you protect, reinstate that Veda Marga, the Dharma Marga, the Vyavahara Dharma Marga, Jiva Evolution Dharma Marga, Paramarthika Tattva Prapti Vala, Adhyatmika Dharma Marga. So this is how Bhagavan takes avatara through Shuka AKRURA very clearly. Now we have understood. Now one more thing in this regard is in the wholesale level also Bhagavan comes this way. In a retail level also, like when I say, oh Lord, I just want to live a noble life of Shreya Marga. Then Bhagavan will come in the form of a Guru, teach us the Veda, makes me understand Veda, makes me convinced about the Veda Marga. Then I will be, for my own individual's progress and evolution, I follow the Veda Marga. In that, strictly I follow the rules, regulations, therefore I am not bound by anything. And I also do whatever prescribed for my own goal achievements or desire achievements like Upasana, I do that and definitely I get it. Then by Guru Upadesha, the Tattvamasi Maha Vichar say, I can discover the self. So individually also, you and I by invoking the God's grace, blessed by Him, follow the Veda Marga and reach to the our own prosperity. Samashti ke liye Bhagavan ko di avatar lekar aate. Samashti means more and more people when they need. Not every jiva needs. Like in Krishna avatar, not that everybody came to Krishna, surrender to Him in God Mukti. No. So इस तरह से हमको समझ लेना चाहिए. Then so Bhagavan took avatar for this purpose. Now also Sahatvam, hey Prabhu, O Lord, that you who to reinstate the Veda Marga take Sattva and take avatara, Adya, now Vasudeva Gruhe Avatiranaha, born in Vasudeva's Gruha, so Amshena Vituramsha, Balaramji, Bharam Aparetum Iha Asi Bhumehe. So Bhumehe Bharam Aparetum. To remove the heaviness of the earth, you have come. The Bhara. So you see, physical Bhara we all know. But many times we know the Shoka Bhara of the Mana, Ajnana Bhara of the Buddhi. Sometimes what we want we are not getting. Therefore the whole Jivana is Bhara Yukta. Is it not? Do nothing concrete and achieve nothing, but still feel like Raja Bhoj. Same way, Bhumata ke liye, the physical bodies of the people, they are not Bhara, but the Dushtata they do, the Adharmata, Papata they do, that is a Bhara. So as we saw yesterday, so much of the Bhara was there on the Bhumata at that time. So to finish them, Krishna has come. So how many Akshauhini Shata Vadhena Suretaram Sharajnam? Sura Devata, Suretara is Rakshasas. So though many Rakshasas came in the form of variety Rajas with hundreds of Akshonis of the Sainyam. So to finish all of them, so to Kulasya Yashovitanvan means what? The Yadukulas Shobha Brane ke liye bhi you have come in a Yadu Vamsha to Devaki and Vasudeva. So very spashta roop se AKRURA is putting it in front of the Lord for Lord's silent approval. It is approved, therefore it has come as the topic in a Bhagavad Purana, spoken by Shukadev to Parikshit spoken by Sutta Mahamuni to Shaunakadi, and we are listening. So while listening it, we are also very alert to accept Bhagavan's presence and his arrival with these purposes at the Samashti as well as Vyashti level. So we can pray for Vyashti as well as Samashti. O Lord, please arrive to remove all the Pakanta Patha and establish the Veda Marga. That's why every day we chant in our Sankalpam. Sanatana Dharmasya Vaidika Samskrutehe Punaruthana Jagarana Vishwavyaptirtham Tatkruta Kankadabadha Samasta Sadhaka Sevakanamcha Vigna Shatru Nirmula Nivarana Dwara Vijaya Praptirtham. This is what we do every day nowadays. Okay? Now, after this way, in the Nirguna Brahma Rupa, Krishna is worshipped. In Ishvara Rupa, he is worshipped. Then his Avatara Rahasya also is told by our AKRURA. Thereafter, now, his arrival to his house, that also is acknowledging and expressing his great joy and gratitude in this Pachiswa mantra. What is he saying here? Adya, now, today, at this moment, He Isha, O Lord, Naha Vasatayaha, all our houses, all our houses, Khalu, indeed, Puri Bhagaha, most fortunate ones. बहुत भाग्यवान है हमारे ग्रह आज. वही यहाँ that who is he? Sarva Deva, Sarva Pitru, Sarva Bhuta, Sarva Nrudeva Murti. Now this is such an important thought. The Lord who is Sarva Deva Murti. So all the Devatas are expression of Bhagavan only. Therefore one Bhagavan Narayana Avatara Krishna comes means all the Devatas have come. The Devatas are these 33 crore कहते हैं. द्वादश आदित्य, एकादश रुद्र, then 10 दिक्पाल. So 12, 10, 11 कितने हो गए? द्वादश और 11, 33 हो गए. 10 दिक्पाल you add 33. Under them all other their assistants. So Sarva Devata. So Devatas we told you one day, they are there in the Adhyatmika level in us to monitor us, guide us. They are also there in the Adi Bhautika Srushti to take care of the Bhuta. They are also in the Adi Daivika. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. In 3 forms, the Devatas are there to manage the Vyashti, the Samashti, and the world outside. So all those Devatas are nothing but expression of the Divine Lord only. Therefore, if the Lord comes home, Sarva Devata have come. So Sarva Devata Murti. Second, Sarva Pitru Murti. Pitru means all the Pitru Devatas or ancestors, elders, etc. In those forms also, Bhagavan Narayana Krishna alone is there. Therefore, arrival of Krishna is equivalent to arrival of all the ancestors, Pitru Devatas. In the same way, Sarva Bhuta. Sarva Bhuta means all the beings in this universe. Whichever are noble, greater, they are all expression of Lord only. Therefore, they also have come to our house. Then Nrudeva. So, Nrudeva is the Brahmanas. So, all the Brahmanas also, Brahmanosya Mukamasid, etc. See, even Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, all are expression of Bhagavan only. But the Brahmana, because of his Sattva-guna, is said to be more exclusive or conspicuous expression of divine. Because that Brahmana has capacity to guide others to divinity. So, Nrudeva Murti. So, therefore, Bhagavan is Sarvadeva Murti, Sarva Pitru Murti, Sarva Bhuta Murti, Sarva Nrumurti, and Nrudeva Murti. So, by this one, all of those have come to my house with your arrival. Therefore, we are all Bhuri Bhaga. Second is what? Therefore, if we worship you now, if we feed you now, if we do the proper Atiti Satkara to you, then to all those people we have done our seva and our runa is cleared. That way we can consider. So Bhagavan Krishna ka अगर वहां उपासना स्तुति किया तो ऑल देवताओं का कर दिया. So Devaruna is clear. So to Pitruna is clear, then Bhutaruna is cleared, then Manusharuna is cleared, and all the Balaka Raja, whatever, that Runa also will be cleared. So Runa Vimukti, so to propitiating all of them, and the Lord also being propitiated. So all three in one. If we worship you, and your arrival is arrival of all of them. Therefore, such great you, yat pada shaucha salilam trijagat punati, and your pada shaucha salilam, the water used to wash your feet, having washed that water, trijagat punati, it purifies the stula sukshma karana dehas of every individual, or trijagat means bhuloka, antariksha loka, swarga loka. Other time, in other place, three jagat means one jagat is above bhumi. Bhuva, Suva, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satya. Second jagat is below the bhumi. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. Third one is bhumi itself. So three jagat matlab is tarah se bhi kai jagah kehte hain. All these three get purified if the waters washed the Lord's feet, if that is sprinkled or touched. So three jagat punati sahatvam, that you, Jagat Guru Ho, the Lord of the entire universe, Adhokshaja, who cannot be perceived by any of the senses, in your true essential nature, such you, Yaha Pravishtaha, that you have come to our house. Therefore, so Yaha means our own Pravishtaha, our houses which are being entered by you. Who is such a great one in this way? He is Bhuri Bhagaha, a very, very fortunate. So our houses are purified. We and our houses are fortunate because into our house you have entered. Who are you? You are that whose feet washed water purifies all the three worlds. Who is the Murti of Sarva Devata, Sarva Pitru, Sarva Bhuta, Sarva Nudeva. Therefore your arrival is so blessed for us. That's what. So this is a great beautiful attitude. देखो कृष्ण भगवान अवतार रूप में आए हैं, अवतार रूप में नहीं आए तो भी in your own hridaya we can contemplate that same bhava as AKRURA ji had. We can also have that bhava. देखो भाव से भगवान अनुग्रह करते हैं ना, not with exactly the मूर्ति. तो lucky they are that they are born in the Krishna avatar kala for their earlier upasana apne. It's okay. We have not done it. Therefore we are not in the Krishna avatar kala. So what? Krishna can be invoked in our heart, no? And to that Krishna, all these prayers, attitudes we can have. Krishna you can have in your own puja mandira. Same mantra we can chant for him. That is enough for Krishna. कृष्ण को हमारे भक्ति भावना चाहिए. अब भक्ति भावना है तो he will respond whether he comes in the avatar or not. It's not that ऐसा आप लोग प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं चलो उन सब के लिए उन सबको मैं वेट कराता हूँ मैं अवतार लेने तक, ऐसा नहीं होता. He will bless some way or the other to those who deserve by this type of attitude bhavana towards Bhagavan. So physically Bhagavan came to AKRURA's house, into our house in the form of a photograph, in the form of an idol, in the form of that great something given by the Guru to worship. In that form he came. They are all same. It's not the only Krishna Shariradi, the Divyata is there. If not, then with the Bhavana we cannot invoke the divinity in them as in Mahi hai. Bhavana should be very beautiful, perfect. That also is sufficient. Then after saying so, this 26th sloka is very, very, very essential. Very, very beautiful one it is. What it says, Kaha Panditaha Tat Aparam Sharadam Samiyat. Other than you, who is the Pandit ji or Akalmandu Banda, will take the Sharana of somebody else other than you. Who is an intelligent fellow who takes refuge or Sharanagati of someone other than you having known you? Who is that Pandit? Therefore, though it is put in a very delicate, intelligent manner or in a sophisticated, in a matured manner, the point of that is what? It is only non-Pandit, it is called to Murkha, is the one who goes in Sharanagati to someone other than Krishna. So, the positive way of putting is what? If somebody is wise, he will approach Krishna only with a Sharanagati. not anyone else. So कहा पंडितः तद अपरम शरणम सम्यक इयात, आपको छोड़कर और किसी के शरण में जो जाएगा वो पंडित थोड़ी है, पंडित पामर है, वो मूर्ख है. So how important it is. Why is it so? He gives examples, reasons. Because bhakta priyatu, rutagiraha, suhrudaha, krutagnyatu. 4 beautiful qualities of the Lord are mentioned here, etc., etc. You can add. Who is Bhagavan? First, bhakta priyat. First is what is so much, he has got the love for his own bhaktas. Bhagavan loves everyone in general. बट भक्तों को तो भगवान और प्रेम करते हैं, और वो भक्ति थोड़ा वेदांतिक ज्ञानी है तो सबसे ज्यादा उनसे प्रेम करते हैं. द चैप्टर 7 गीता वैसा चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम जनाः सुकृतिनः अर्जुन अर्थो जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च. बट तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः एकभक्तिः इति विशिष्यते. दैट्स व्हाई प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनः इत्यर्थमहं स च मम प्रियः. Why are you saying udara sarve vayate? I am not telling the other bhaktas are less. Udara, they are also great that they have accepted my presence. They are my devotees. But jnani to atma eva iti me matam. There is no difference between me and jnani because he discovered that. Therefore, astita sahi yukta atma mameva anuttamam gatim. Therefore, he is established steadfastly after his thorough study of the knowledge that I myself am the ultimate thing existing. Therefore, I am the ultimate goal to be recognized as identity with oneself. Such one who merges in me in that knowledge, because he is not maintaining any difference, there is no lacking thing in him, therefore he doesn't bother me also to take various avatars and do something or the other. Therefore, I love him. So, भगवान को सब प्रिय है क्योंकि all are his children. उनमें से भक्त प्रिय है, उसमें निष्काम भक्त प्रिय है, उसमें निष्काम भक्त बट तत्वज्ञानी सबसे ज्यादा प्रिय. So all these are extended additional things we are doing. But here AKRURA says, who is a pandita leaving you do the sharanagati to someone else, because that means everybody should do sharanagati to you, because point 1, you are bhakta priya, you love the bhaktas. Second one, what? Rutagiraha. See, prana jai para, bachanana jai, ragukula riti, sadachari ai. Rutagiraha. Whatever you say, that you prove it only. And you said, whoever are the bhaktas, ananya chintayantamam yogaksham vahami, sotu sarvadhanam pariteja mokshayishyami. Everywhere Bhagavan made his gira and vivani, in that he has done the promises, the pratignas. Nowhere is pratigna promises without fulfillment too. He has fulfilled only all of them. What others? Bhakta priya means what? They have some selfishness in them. Therefore, for that sake, they take us into their fold. Secondly, they may be doing the pratigna, they may want to even fulfill the pratigna, but just doubt that do they have those resources or not. But भगवान का सारे रिसोर्स है, इसे जो भी प्रतिज्ञा करते हैं वो फुलफिल करते हैं. What pratigna? You surrender, I liberate you. It's like that so many other. Okay? 2 things we have seen. The third one, Rutagiraha. Then Suhrudaha. There is no well-wisher greater than Lord. Himself says in Gita 5th chapter last sloka, Suhrudam sarvabhutanam jnatvam. Suhruda means the one who is a well-wisher and without asking comes and helps us without waiting for our acknowledgement, he just goes away. स्वार्थ रहित बिना बुलावे का आकर मदद करने वाले को सुहृद कहते हैं. जो लेन देन वाले स्थिति में होता है उसको मित्र कहते हैं. So Bhagavan is not mitra only, he is suhrud also. That is why everybody wants anything he gives without asking, and he never expects even a thank you also. The fourth one is what? Suhridam krutagnyatu. Krutagnya means whatever good things we have done, he knows and remembers it. Here kruta means whatever done by jivas. Whether it is dharma paripalana, whether it is bhakti, whether it is punya karma, whether it is upasanas done, whether the jignasa done, the guru seva done, all this is called as kruta, done by us. Jna means janat. He never forgets what we have done. Even once Om Namo Narayana we say that kruta Bhagavan janati, then uska wo phal reward dete hain. Is it not? There are some matured elders. From youngsters they don't take anything. if they bring something the youngsters, उसका कम से कम वैल्यू वाला या उससे ज्यादा वाला जरूर उनको किसी न किसी रूप में रिवार्ड देते हैं. Bhagavan is like that. You being Jiva with limited resources, if you can give these things to me, I am the infinitely resourced fellow. If I don't reciprocate, then it is an insult to me. Therefore, Krutam Janati uska Pratiphalam Dadati iti Krutagnaha. Others, they may forget. Bhagavan never forget because it's Gnapti Jnana Sarupa. And others, again we say, they may not be capable of even reciprocating what we do. So, because of these four reasons, Bhakta Priya, then Rutagiraha, Suhrudaha, Krutagnya. These are four. Now, surpassing these are next to two more beautiful qualities in Lord. Therefore, if a person is Pandit or wise, he should know these 6 qualities of God, after knowing which, other than Bhagwan, he should not surrender to anyone else. So, Kaha Panditaha, Tad Aparam Sharanam Samiyat. So, Asyama, किसी के शरणागति में नहीं जाएंगे, भगवान का ही. So to go to the शरणागति भगवान, his greatness we have to know. AKRURA ji is making us familiar with the glory of Lord. 4 things are told. 2 more most beautiful things are there. What are the 2? The 5th one is कि सर्वान् ददाति सुहृदः भजतः अभिकामान्. तो सुहृदः भजतः सर्वान् अभिकामान् ददाति. Suhrudaya means those who we reach to him with full faith. Here the Suhrudaya means faith के साथ. जाकर भजतः, those who with faith worship the Lord, with faith who upasana of the Lord, with faith those who serve the Lord, for them to sarvan abhikaman dati. Whatever they ask for, Bhagavan gives. This is beautiful, no? Others cannot. वो लोग कुछ छुपा कर रखते हैं. सर्वान् ददाति. More than all this is the 6th point. What is that? Atmanam api. When it is needed, Bhagavan gives himself also to the bhaktas. कोई है ऐसा क्या? अपने आप को भक्तों के लिए जो भगवान देते हैं उस तरह से देने वाले. And in all these great, grand, glorious qualities, etc., no reduction in Bhagavan. And is such a highly evolved, stable state. Upachaya apachayu nastaha. In Bhagavan, there is no upachaya and apachaya. Means what? That you are already in such a perfection stage, higher than that perfection you can't reach, and you will never come down from that. Means all these 6 things you have in the highest level. There is no higher thing than that. Then from that level you don't come down at all. This same thing is said in a technical name of the Lord called Achyutaya Namaha. भगवान का कभी भी इन चीजों में से च्युति नहीं होता. गिरना गिरावट होना नहीं होता. च्युति नहीं. तो च्युति का अर्थ 2 होता है कि खुद गिर जाना या हमको छोड़कर हमको गिराना. भगवान अच्युत मीन्स खुद नहीं गिरते हैं अपने प्रॉमिस से, ना अपने भक्तों को गिरने देते हैं, पकड़ के रखते हैं. गिरने देना मतलब लूजिंग, फॉलिंग, गोइंग अवे, केयरलेस, नेग्लेक्ट, ऐसे नहीं करते भगवान. तो सच भगवान को छोड़कर कौन है जो पंडित और किसी के शरण में जाएगा? बताओ. अगर जाएगा तो कैन वी कॉल हिम एज पंडितो? Is it not clear how wonderful it is? Really loving. We really have to thank all these great bhaktas of Bhagavata and Adhyatma Ramayana through their stutis. They guided us. They are guiding us how to understand God, how to surrender to God. Is it not? So that being blessed by the Lord for the things here, for the things hereafter, for the things which are forever. That's the glory. Now, last sloka. Dishtya he janardana bhavaniha naha pratitaha. Dishtya means by our own fortune, by the God's grace only. Dishtya means by fortune, and your arrival is to give the मंगलत्व. So हमारे फॉर्चून से सब मंगलत्व को देने वाले आपका आना हमारे घर में. So दिष्ट्या जनार्दन भवान यह नः प्रतीतः. आप आकर हमको ये दर्शन दिया, ये तो जन्म जन्म का फॉर्चून भी है, कृपा है, पुण्य फल है और सब मंगलताओं को देने वाला. देन योगेश्वर अभी दुरापगति सुरेशैहि. सो देवताओं के ईश्वर जैसे इंद्र आदि है, वरुण आदि है, यम आदि है, कुबेर आदि है. यू नो दिस आर ऑल सुर ईश कहते हैं उनको. देवताओं के भी देवताएं. सो टू ब्रह्मदेवा, शिव भगवान, सो उनको भी फिर योगेश्वर ही. योग साधनाएं करते करते बहुत ऊंचे पहुंचे लोगों को भी योर दर्शन इज असंभव, बट यू हैव गिवन अस योर प्रतीत. प्रतीत मीन्स गिविंग दर्शन. सो दिष्ट्या जनार्दन भवान यह नः प्रतीतः. फॉर अस यू हैव गिवन दर्शन बाय आवर फॉर्चून गिविंग ऑल मंगलता. दिस दर्शन इवन योगेश्वरास, देन द देव सुरेशास, देवतास आल्सो won't get easily. देखो, the more one becomes higher because of his various qualities, obtaining of the Lord will be tough with more tougher tests. You know, जैसे बच्चे प्ले स्कूल में एलकेजी में हैं, उनके लिए एग्जामिनेशन पेपर कैसा होता है? Will he be given a tough exams? And you all know that those exams को बच्चे भी आंसर करते भी नहीं. टीचर्स ओनली डू द आंसर. फिर उसको 5-5, 10-10 भी सारे मार्क्स बच्चों को थे. उसको पता भी नहीं कि एग्जाम है, इसको लिखना है, वो लोग पास करेंगे. They don't know, they only do. But as we grow, tougher and tougher questions, and after we answer it, more tougher and tougher, scrutinizing them to reward or award for it in the form of marks or grades. So to all the devatas, yogeshwaras, they have to struggle more to have Bhagavan's darshan. But you and I, ordinary mortals, with simple prema, bhakti, shraddha, Bhagavan gives darshana. Example are all the Brajavasins, Vrindavan Vasins, so to here, AKRURA Adi. AKRURA is acknowledging. You are coming to our houses, Punyaprada, Punyamaya. You are coming to our houses, Mangalaprada. You are coming to our houses, rarer than the rarest, giving darshana. Why? Yogeshwara hi durabaha, Suresha hi abhi durabaha. Yogeshwaron ko, Suresham ko bhi ye nahi hota. Finally, Chindiya, no, the last one. Whether here AKRURA ji, there Sugriv ji, what they are asking is the same thing. So powerful, you know, we are in right time, we are taught about all this. What now finally after praising Krishna, AKRURA ji is asking blessings. You have to note this point. It is left to you in what attitude or emotion you receive it. We have no comments to talk of it. What is his prayer now? Ki chindi, cut do, ashu, instantaneously. Naha, hum sabka. What is that? Suta kalatra dhana apta geha deha adi moha rashana. Chindi rashana. Rashana means rassi. The rassi in the word came from rashana, the Sanskrit word. So please cut asunder the rasana, rassi just now. Which rasana? Rasana, moha rasana. Moha means taking it as real, taking it as a source of happiness, therefore getting lost in raga. If that is not fulfilled, then getting lost in dvesha. These are the list of the things to which through the rope called as moha and asha and raga dvesha we get bound. Which are they? First, sutta, children, kalatra, wife or husband, dhana, all bank balances of the friends and relatives, geha, house and stationary property, deha, this own body, adi means indriya, mana, ityadi. इन सबके प्रति मोह के कारण जो अहंता ममता के रूप में पाश से हम बंधित होते हैं, इसको इमीडिएटली अभी काट दो आप. And how we are all lost into these things? Bhavadiya Maya. It is your own Maya. Is not Sukhriji said same thing? ये माया आपकी दासी है, हम आपके अंश है, इसलिए दासी को हटा दो, हमको इन सब से मुक्ति दिलाओ. 2 times he says. In the beginning also he said, towards the end also same thing he says. Today we'll just once more see before we enter into second sarga of the Adhyatma Ramayana Kishkindha Kanda. So how clear, how spashta, see? And why? Because the endless ropes they are. It's only Moha Rashana. Because of which we are always extroverted, we are always in whims and fancies, we are always imaginations, and we do 1,000 things to propitiate them, to get little love for them. Those useless fellows, they take everything from us and they get lost in attachment to somebody. And there is no logic why they don't attach to you and why they attach to them. Other than the Purva all the prarabdhas are there. Not knowing that we do everything. Idea is what here, and because of this, we never are turned towards the all-giving Bhagwan, जिनके बारे में ऊपर बताया कि भगवान कौन-कौन है. इस भक्त प्रिया ऋतगिरा सुहृतो कृतज्ञ सर्वान् ददाति आत्मानपि ददाति. Such a God we are denied of our devotion to him. And in उसमें भी कोई ऐसे डबल बेवकूफ होते हैं. Among them to one particular person only they get attached. इससे भयंकर मोह नहीं है. उससे ज्यादा दुख भी और किसी दूसरे सोर्स से नहीं होता. So be careful in both things. We discussed it in our morning class yesterday also. Neither we should get bound to anyone nor allow anyone to get bound to us. Because these bondage attachments leaves as end result misery only. Then we have wasted our time in not pursuing the divine in this time. Think about it. You come to your conclusion. Take your time. 10,000 जन्म चाहिए तो ले लो, समझ लो इस बात को. Even after that, that's worthy. Right now, if you don't understand action, never mind. Anytime you understand, that's right understanding. Very clearly, AKRURA cut us under this Moha Rasana to all this. Sutta, Kalatra, Dhana, Apta, Geha, Deha, Adi. Moha Rasana. They're all unreal, untruth, but we are lost so much. Taking them as real, then always the fear in us whether they will give us sukha or not. Even if they give, is it permanent or not? Because of this moha, we are not able to think that they are unreal, they are imaginary, projection, they are mithya, they can't give. We some satya ko pakadna hi nahi chahte. If somebody tells you, we become emotional and commotional, become devotional, become spiritual. You and I, because listening some Bhagavata for some days, at least you have a capacity to listen this. Whether we understand it or not, accept or not, believe in it or not, practice है, वो बात की बात. सुन भी पा रहे हैं इसलिए थोड़ा कृपा है इसलिए. बाकी लोगों को ये मौका भी नहीं होता. They refuse to listen to these great things. आएंगे नहीं इस तरफ, करो कुछ भी लाखों. Is it not? It's so tough. That is why we are again and again saying we are in a very good blessed situation because of Punya Phala that we are in Shastra Shravana. But it is only cannot be permanent. We have to make it permanent by our own choice and our own prayers. Choice is commitment. I'll never miss my classes. Prayers is, oh Lord, please don't make any of my prarabdhas take me away from the Shastra study, which is reminding me of you and you as the goal. ऐसा मांगना daily. उनसे प्रार्थना करो तभी जाकर होता है. नहीं तो दूर हो गए शास्त्र से, ज्ञान से, सारे लक्ष्य मार्ग से फंस गए मोह में, धस गए माया में, फिर बस दुखी हो गए. Okay. After this Navena, few shlokas, what Sri Krishna says that is told that we will see tomorrow. Sarvam Krishna Arvanam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama. Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Shri Suta Sharanam Mama. Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Swarge Satye Cha Kailase Vaikunte Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atha Pibantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchata Karhichito Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Dvadasha Skandha Abhasascha Tirodascha Yatascha Dhyavasiyate Sa Ashriyah Param Brahma Paramatmeti Shabdate Atha Chaturthodhyayah Shri Shuka Uvacha. Friends, we are doing 12th Skandha Dhenam. We are into 4th chapter. In that, the 4 types of pralayas are explained. We have seen Naimittika and Prakruta Pralaya. While before concluding the Atyantika Pralaya, the spiritual sadhana as a summary of all the Upanishads Vedanta, our Shukadev ji is teaching to Sri Parikshit ji and through him to us. We are also patiently trying to understand that. In that way, the Jiva Bhava of mind, when dissolves in the experience of Aham Brahmasmi, after which there is no coming back into this notional individuality Jiva, like the river merging in ocean. Never you can trace back that river. Is it not? That is no more trace. You can't take out the same river from that ocean. So too, once the Jiva dissolves his individuality in the experience of Parabrahma, there is no tracing back. That's what's called Atyantika Pralaya. And no, it's so tough to come with the consensus of sacrificing our individuality and identifying the universality or totality. It takes lots of lives of Vedanta Shravana in which these 3 things are thoroughly proved. One is, this ego is the one who is the person who is running and suffering in the samsara. Second, this ego itself is unreal mithya. Third, Parabrahma alone is real and is infinitely blissful. These 3 things, when we are convinced after so many lives of Adhyatmika sadhana, then in the desire to discover our universal oneness, the abstraction being the ego being propitiated by the outer worldly things, first we drop the outer worldly things, they are called as aparavairagya, then we are ready to give up our own ego, that's called as paravairagya. Abhi immediately nahi hota. Understood? Atyantika Pralaya is that Pralaya in which I and the Jiva merge in the universal one experience by dissolving my individuality. Total dissolution nahi hota udhar. Functional entity can be there. Because if that functional entity is not there, no Jivan Mukta would have come back to teach us Shastra. But that's only merely functional. There is no samsaric individuality in them like ours. Remember, अंतःकरण भी, अहम भी, उपाधियां भी मुक्ति के बाद भी रहते हैं. But they are not taken as real, nor any sukha bhoga is expected through them. Therefore, there is no bondage. Remember always example of mirage water. Even after you know that it is no water, still it appears. But the difference is, earlier you took it as real and running behind it. Now you know it is illusory, you don't run. The samsara is gone. So too the Jivan Muktas will have functional individuality, upadhis, Gurudev, all Mahatmas. वो तो हमारे तरह normal में इस जगत में. Doesn't mean they are also bound by us like us. No, the liberation. What is the liberation? they are not limited to the individuality bound by upadhi. They discover their oneness in the reality. Then, for the functional sake, as long as the Deha Upadhi is remaining, as long as Ishwar Ichha is there, even समष्टि पदार्थ कुछ है, तो उनके सेवा के लिए वो लोग उस आई के रूप में एक्सप्रेस करते हैं without becoming a consolidated, solidified individuality, separating from other individuals, separating from total. Like I am an individual now. I am individual limited by my own upadhis, Dehendra Manobuddhi. Because of this, I consider you to be separate from me. And because of these two, I consider myself to be separate from the Lord also. Is it not? This is not there in the Jivan Muktas. They discover their oneness with the truth. Therefore, that limitation with upadhi, though they function through them, they won't put on themselves. So too, they see the same self everywhere. Therefore, with others also, that sense of otherness is not there. These are three technical words. Parichinnata, Pratyakshata and Parokshata. Parichinnata is limitation within oneself. Pratyakshata is taking the world to be other than us. Parokshata is taking the Lord to be far away from us. When we take the Lord to be far away, we have fear from Him. When we have the world to be other than us, we have desires for the world. When we take ourselves to Parichinna, there is always sense of limitations. So all these three will be not there in Jivan Mukta. And that is called individuality merging in the Paramatma Anubhuti. That is called Atyantika Pralaya. While explaining that, it is being explained as a sadhana, as a saramsha of jnana of all the Vedanta and Upanishads. So that's how in this portion of Shukadevaji's teachings, every mantra has its authority in one or the other Upanishads. एक आदम देख रहे थे, बाकी हम सबको कहाँ याद होते हैं? जितना याद है उतना. Okay, now let us chant from what mantra we have seen yesterday. Narayana, Deepashchakshuscha. चलो पढ़ो 23 से लेकर only 19 mantras, 6 मिनट लगेगा. How does it matter if once more we do it? Om Atha Chaturthodhyayah. We are chanting from 23. Buddhendriyartha rupena jnanam bhati tadashrayam dushyatva vyatireka आद्यंतवत् अवस्तु यतो दीपश्चक्षुश्च रूपं च ज्योतिषो न पृथक् भवेत् एवं धीहि कानि मात्राश्च न स्युरन्यतमादृतात् बुद्धेर्जागरणं स्वप्नः सुषुप्तिरिति चोच्यते मायामात्रमिदं राजन् नानात्वं प्रत्यगात्मनि यथा जलधरा व्योम्नि भवन्ति न भवन्ति च ब्रह्मणीदं तथा विश्वम् विश्वम् अवयव्युदयाप्ययातो सत्यं हि अवयवः प्रोक्तः सर्वावयविनामिह विनार्थेन प्रतीयेरन् पटस्येवाङ्गतन्तवः यत् सामान्यविशेषाभ्याम् उपलभ्येत स भ्रमः अन्योन्यापाश्रयात् सर्वम् आद्यन्तवत् अवस्तु यत् विकारः ख्यायमानोऽपि प्रत्यगात्मानमन्तरा न निरूप्योऽस्त्यणुरपि स्यात् चेच्चित् सम आत्मवतो न हि सत्यस्य नानात्वम् अविद्वान् यदि मन्यते नानात्वं छिद्रयोर्यद्वतो ज्योतिषोर्वातयोरिव यथा हिरण्यं बहुधा समीयते नृभिः क्रियाभिर्व्यवहारवर्त्मसु एवं वचोभिर्भगवानधोक्षजः व्याख्यायते लौकिक वैदिकैर जनैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. आज इतना पढ़ पाए तो काफी है, फिर देखते हैं आगे जाकर. These are all pure Vedantic Vishayas. You should have the hearts and guts to listen to them, intellect and subtlety to inquire about them, and understanding. Even after understanding, accepting them and living them will be another big challenge because of seeming difficulty in that and the comforts in being a jiva and a samsari and an ajnani. ये सब बाधाएं होते हैं. So we have seen yesterday the 23rd mantra. What is it? Buddhi indriya artha rupena jnanam bhati tadashrayam. That support of indriyas, support of antahkarana, support of all the bahya shabda sparshadi is jnanam. The jnanam, pure consciousness alone, is appearing as these three. Okay, in the single pointed non-recognition of the Gnapti Swarupa Paramatma. It's just like you close eyes, you see your inner thoughts. The moment you are seeing, open eyes, you are seeing the world outside. Where are the inner thoughts gone? You are not aware of them because the moment you look at the world opening your eyes, you are overpowered by the importance given to the outer world. This is called as the Abahirmukhata. This is called as having our drishti to the world outside. When you turn the drishti toward the self alone is there is nothing. So this is a Mahavakya to be sorted out finally. Buddhi indriyartha rupena tadashriyam jnanameva bhata. Yesterday we gave so many examples. Everywhere the thread alone is appearing as cloth. Because of no such utility value of the thread, cloth can be used for wearing. Cloth has become more valuable at the cost of the thread. Though without the thread, cloth cannot be. In the same way, at home also, mother, father bring us up, get food, get education, get married. Once the fellow gets married or belly, they become so overpowered with that newly arrived wife or husband that they don't care the basics their own parents. मोह हो गया उसमें, बिकॉज उनसे यूटिलिटी होता है. अब माता पिता का जरूरत नहीं है ऐसा लगता है. Even though the parents only love, gave us everything, take care, still we are in a delusion, we don't recognize it. But the one who manages is a reciprocation to both parents also and newly arrived also. He is a mature person. That is anyway Vyavahara. Example is for example sake. So here also Buddhi Indriyartha Rupena Jnanam Bhati Tadashraya. 1. Now, to discover that Paramatma, we have to transcend these three. To transcend these three, they only have to be proved to be Mithya. So the second line proves them to be not really there, though they are seen. Okay, that is most important. Yesterday, day before, we saw that just because something is experienced by the Indriyas, not necessary that they have to be real. Just because something is not experienced by the Indriyas, we cannot say that it is not there. In fact, the fact is, anything experienced by the Upadhis, that is unreal. That which is beyond all Upadhi alone is real. To this conviction we have to come through a lot of study and contemplation. Before that, Shravana from the Guru. So the second line, what it says, we saw yesterday, ki drishyatva. All these buddhi, indriya and vastus are drishya. They are other than me. They are avyatireka. They cannot exist without me. Adyantavatu. They have beginning and end. They were avastu. They are unreal. In all Upanishads, for this there are statements, there are bhashyas explaining. That yad drishyam tan nashyam. Then yad na vyatirekam paramatmanaha tat na satyam means that which doesn't exist without me really doesn't exist only. Third one is adyantavat, which has a beginning and which has an end. Is nothing but the expression of that which was there before the beginning began, which remains at the end of it. Like pot example. Pot is a drishya. And pot cannot exist without somebody conscious of it. Third one is what? It has Adi and Anta. And it began from the mud, it stays in mud, goes back into mud. Adi Antavat, then Avyatrekabhyam, then Drishyatva. For these reasons, these things are not real. The Truk Swarupa Drashta alone is real. Okay, this is how the thing to be arrived at is Shuddha Jnana Gnapti Swarupa only, appearing as the Antakarana here, Indriyas there, as well as the Shabda Sparsha Rupa Skandha, Artha or the Vastus outside. One consciousness only playing these all three, and these are taught to us in great detail in all Upanishads, which we have studied half of it. Taittiriya, we are seeing the remaining. Already in Taittiriya it was told Tasmadva etasmad atmanah akashah sambhutah akashat vayu, all that. Vayos tejaha tejasa apaha. From the pure self only, these Pancha Tanmatras came. From them the Pancha Mahabhutas came. From that only, all these Stula Dehadi came. And from that Paramatma only, through the Maya Mahatattva, Indriyas came. From him only, the Prana Shaktis have come, Antakarnas have come, even the Adhisthana Devatas. Already we have seen all that. And what is the logic? Because before creation, only he was there. Therefore, if it all has come, it must come from him only. And for that the logic is what? The logic tomorrow we'll study thoroughly in our Taittiriya Upanishad. The logic is from the non-existence, existence will not come. Gaudapadakara added another logic to this. He says, from the existence, existence also will not come. In fact, these were not Gaudapada's points. From non-existence, existence will not come. This is the Vaisheshika's point. From the existence will not come, the Sankhya-Vadin's point. Taking the base of these two, what is the Vedanti, our great Gaudapada said? So from the non-existence, the existence cannot come. From the existence need not come. Here the existence, what is not used in Tahit Mandukya? Creation, it is said. From nothingness, creation cannot come. From something also, creation cannot come. Then what is creation? Creation is nothing but whatever is already existing, on that the imagination. To that, the Upanishad Adi Shankara Bhagavan added that it is only Rupanama Prasarana. That is what in Mundaka Upanishad, Tasmad Etad Brahma Nama Rupam Annam Cha Jayate. In our hurry-burriness of giving importance to them as real and eking out the pseudo, illusory, temporary happiness through them, we made our intellects so thick that those are not sharp enough, subtle enough to pause and ponder and find these sublime truths. And those who withdraw from the world, quieten their mind, then start inquiring. Then सारा पूरा reality क्या है हमारे सामने खुला किताब हो जाता. And that is what our Shukadev ji is saying here. Buddhindriya artha rupena jnanam bhati tadashrayam dushatva avyatrikabhyam adyantavad avastu yato. Think about it. Think about it. Pure consciousness only expresses as them. Other than consciousness, the Buddhindriya as well as arthas are unrealities. Then two more things only remain to understand. One, then why they are appearing? The answer is it is Maya. Don't ask more than that. Ask another good question if you are intelligent. What is that? What to do? To that answer, the answer is discover the reality. That's it. You are realized. Now, your questions will end. Never try to understand the world. Never try to understand the Maya. Never try to understand your own mind. Never try to understand others' mind. And you can't understand the self. What to do then? You can't understand the mind and world, therefore kick them away. You can understand the self, therefore surrender to it. इस तरह का मजेदार बात होता है. थोड़ा तो आपको सारे शास्त्र में बताते हैं इनके बारे में, just to make a preventive efforts to from falling into traps of the mind, etc. समझाते हैं थोड़ा, उतना काफी है. We have to understand our mind and intellect, its way of playing and its way of binding us, so that we are careful. All than that, उसमें चक्कर में नहीं फंसना. Our only purpose is to discover self. Next one, दीपः चक्षुः रूपं च ज्योतिषः न पृथक् भवेत्. Yesterday we tried to explain this one. We don't see the world. We see the reflection of light only. When the light is not there, 10 things are in the room. Are there? Do you see them? No. When the light is put on, we see them. And what is therefore, even science also agrees, is a reflection of light in those things we see. And we call those objects and we interact with them. That works. That's how the Lord made the system. So the Deepaha, the lamp, in whose light the things are seen. Chakshuhud, our own eyes. Then the object, whatever is there, Rupam is, he said, all of them are, if the light is not there, they cannot be seen. Therefore, the light alone is appearing as these three. Ta chakshusha jyotisha na pratak bhave. In the same way, evam dhihi, our own antakarana, khani, our indriyasu, matraha, outer shabda sarvasagandhari objects are nasyuhu, they never exist. Rutata, other than pure conscious self, अन्यतमात, who is none other than, not any one of them. तो इन सबसे हटकर विलक्षणता से रहने वाले परमात्मा को छोड़कर ये धी द अंतःकरण, खानी द इंद्रियास, द मात्राः द outer objects never exist. Wonderful it is. So this is what the pure consciousness, where it is not known as itself, or we don't avoid in it, that in that ignorance of the conscious self only, that all this Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, entire Jagat is projected. Is it not? How much stamina we have to listen and understand these things. That stamina we have to generate through all the upasanas, through the sense control, to conserving our energies, subtle energies, vital energies. We have to get to that position to understand this. And सबसे important प्रार्थना, भगवान make us sukshma, make us understand the sukshma vishayas, so that we live the wisdom, not ignorance. We live the experience of reality, not delusion. We live happiness, not misery. Yes. Then we see buddhehe jagaranam swapna sushuptihi iti cha uchyate. All these three states of experience of jagara, swapna, sushupti, they are only to the antakarana, तादात्म्य जीव only. अंतःकरण में किसका जीव होता है, अमृत. Then they are belonging to buddhi only, अंतःकरण. Maya matra vidam rajan, and all these three avasthas again because of three gunas. Maya nimitta only, and then this nanatvam is not at all real in the pratyagatma. This needs some light to be thrown, so we throw it tomorrow. Sarvam Krishnarpanam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Sadgurunatha Maharaj ki Jai. Now let us study our Adhyatma Ramayana, beautiful Shastram also for some time.